That one congressman is Darrell Issa, and he joins us now in a Fox Business exclusive. Congressman, welcome. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Liz, and thanks for covering it that way. The fact is that we are debating whether or not involuntarily having money taken by your state should be deducted from your income before the federal government considers it. And, you put the names of those high tax states. Well, almost every one of them is a net donor, not a net recipient, meaning that we already pay more into the federal government than we get back. Well, states like Mississippi get back $2.50 for every dollar they send in, and even Tennessee, which has no income tax, in fact, gets more money back than they pay in. And that's really what we're talking about we're already very heavy contributors. We're not takers from the federal government. If this goes through, because of the higher taxes by Californians, we will, in fact, be contributing even more to the federal government because we'll be paying higher taxes, at least in many, many cases.
You just gave a perfect example, and that's California, Illinois, New York, and all the states on our screen that are high tax states having to float other states like Tennessee. I get it. I'm with you. Listen, I have this horrific trifecta. I'm from California, I live in New Jersey, and I work in New York. So, this is tax hell for some of us. But what's your counter argument to both Kevin McCarthy and Paul Ryan, who've heard all of this before? They say flat out that the rest of the nation is propping up high tax states who have terrible tax policy, that it's your governors and it's your state legislature that tax too much. They're addicted to taxing the constituents, and therefore the constituents look anywhere, specifically to this SALT deduction, to try and even it out.
Well, there's no question at all. They're right in that sense. We are taxed too high by a series of governors, including New York, certainly, like California, never found a wasteful way to spend your money. But that's not really the point. The real point is, are we states that came together to form a union where the first money goes to the states, and then your income, which, it took a constitutional amendment to allow it to be taxed, your amendment is calculated after they take their money off the top. We're not asking for tax credit. We're just asking not to be taxed twice.
Okay, President Trump's expected to visit Capitol Hill, I believe, on Thursday before the big vote. Have you gotten his ear? Have you turned to Kevin McCarthy and said, bruh, what are you doing here? I mean, you are the only Californian Republican who's saying, I'm not voting for this thing because of that. Your other guys are not with you, and I'm wondering if it's because you really did have a difficult time winning back your seat this last election by just a half a point, I think you won. Maybe you're in more of a pickle than the other guys.
Not really. 8 out of every 100 people in my state that voted for Hillary, or my district that voted for Hillary Clinton, voted for me. That's a lot of swing votes. And Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton will not be on the ballot. They'll be voting my policies and leadership over the years in lots of areas versus an unknown candidate. But I think the other part of it is I didn't come to this job to keep the job. I came to the job every day to do what I think is right. I believe that they need to keep some of the good things in this bill, but they need to understand that I didn't come to Washington to raise the taxes on anybody. I've never voted for a tax increase, and I don't want to start now.
Congressman, please come back to us, because I'd love to know if there's any compromise that you would agree to here.
And I've suggested several to them, and I look forward to seeing if at some point they need my vote.
So tonight there's that 6:30 emergency meeting. Will you be there to say, guys, here's my addition, amendment, sort of speak or forever hold your peace moment?
I gave mine directly to the chairman, to Kevin Brady. He said it was interesting, but I haven't heard back from him.
Oh, interesting. Never good, especially when you're pitching an idea. But good luck to you. We'll see you later.
Thanks,
Darrell
Liz.
Issa, thank you so much. In a Fox Business exclusive.